one thing we're going to talk about today is momentum. And, we hit on this a couple weeks ago, but I just wanted to take a deeper pause into this topic. Listen, man, I always tell y'all, momentum is going positive or negative, right? You got to keep that momentum going in a positive way when it's positive. When you in the gym working out, you got to do what you can to keep that momentum positive. Now, when it gets negative, it is so easy to fall off track. It's easy to continue to eat bad. It's easy to continue to skip the gym. It's easy to continue to drink. You've been drinking every weekend. It's easier to have another drink. Oh, well, it's just one more weekend. It's easier to keep up the negative momentum. It's easier to keep up the positive momentum when you have it. Anything you want to add to that, Tune, before we go into it for real?
You bring up a great point as far as when it comes to momentum, right? Because momentum, you want to keep that up. And the best way to keep your momentum up is you got to stay consistent. Whatever you did to generate that momentum initially, you got to keep that streak going. You got to keep up that energy. You got to keep up that spirit. You got to keep up that vibration. That's the only way to keep that momentum going. And that momentum, when it's built up enough, it'll propel you to far other things that you may have not known in that moment, right? But you'll never know unless you keep that momentum up and keep that high energy going. So I like the fact that you mentioned it's either positive or negative, because you can have negative momentum and going in the complete opposite direction.
Absolutely.
And that negative momentum, that's going to hold you back. That's going to keep you stagnant. That's going to keep you in place. And the goal is to continue to grow. And the goal is to continue to elevate and, achieve new heights. So, great point right there by CMarty. Absolutely.
For sure, man. And, we had a busy weekend last weekend. I've still been working out, but I did fall off a little bit for my birthday as far as eating.
It happens.
I did have a few drinks.
Hey, you deserve it.
And I deserved it. And I took off 2 days from working out, just to give my body a rest.
Get your mental right.
And listen, man, on that third day, when it was time to go back to the gym,
felt refreshed.
I felt refreshed, but it was easy to be like, I can take another day off. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy how a thought like that even popped up in my mind.
Right.
Just because, and I don't necessarily want to call that negative momentum, but the fact that I did take a couple of days off from the gym, it was easy to take another day off. Like the shit did pop up in my mind. And so I understand how that happens to y'all when you fall off of your fitness journey, but you can't let that happen.
And the crazy fact about it is the reason why that thought even entered your mind in the first place, because a streak was starting to build. And, us as trainers and us who have been in this space for quite some time, we can see when that becomes a thing, or when that even starts to creep into our thoughts, right? The fact that, we're not going to take another day, even though it's possible to say, hey, you know what? Maybe one more day won't hurt. But the issue is a lot of people, that one more day it happens too often. So it becomes one more day turns into several more days.
Yep.
And then 1 month, and then 3 months. The next thing you know, you haven't done anything physical for yourself or for your mental in the whole year.
Yep.
And then when it's time to get back into that routine, it seems foreign. Now it's just like you playing reset again. Now you're trying to catch up and you're trying to get back on the ball. So, this all kind of ties back into when you say momentum and trying to keep that up. That way you have something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's crazy how one day can turn into 2 days. 2 days could turn to a week. Week could turn to a month. Next thing you know, you took a whole year off from working out. You calling me and Tune, yeah, I got to get back on track. The kids, you don't have no kids, so you don't understand. Then you start saying all this bullshit. And listen, we good trainers. We not trying to hear that shit. So
you feel me?
Definitely, man. Momentum is absolutely important, man. Tune, anything you want to add on the momentum talk? Oh, no, it's one thing I do want to add.
Okay.
Your momentum is it's kind of like the stock market, right? Compound interest.
Got you.
Dividends, right? That momentum is going to compound over time.
Absolutely.
The negative momentum can compound over time.
Correct.
The belly ain't just pop up. The belly got bigger and bigger and start poking out your shirt more and more over time. The more you kept neglecting the food, the more you kept neglecting the gym, the more you kept cussing out your trainer and not showing up to your session and saying that you ain't get results because it's the trainer's fault. That's that moment. That's that momentum. That's that belly momentum.
Yeah,
that's where it comes from.
And that's the beginning of negative momentum, when you start making excuses for the reasons why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And it's the rules are fairly simple within the game plan, right? The rules are fairly simple. You follow the nutrition, you follow your instructions, and you show up for yourself each and every day.
Yep.
You do those few things, very simple rules. You adhere to those rules, you see results, you advance to the next level. Now we're fighting the boss. Now we're getting to the next step. Now we're breaking through stages. Now we're, reaching new heights. But you got to be able to you got to be able to develop a certain routine. You got to be able to develop certain mental properties and disciplines to, as a guideline, as a rule book, and that playbook is going to help you along your journey. But you made a great point when you said when you made that stock market reference, right? Because if anybody knows anything about stocks, right, there's like bull runs where stock goes crazy, and then there's periods where the stock may fall off, right?
Listen, it's the best fitness podcast out for a reason. It's bars, man. Come on, man.
I'm telling you, and the only way to, and there's seasons for both, right? They come in waves. You want to be, for the most part, anybody, generally speaking, you want to be on that bull run more so opposed to that bearish market where things are going down. Things seem unlikely, things seem doubtful, right? You want to be in that bull run, whereas though things are on the up and up. And then you also mention momentum, right? And in the stock market, there's something called a breakout. And a breakout is when a stock goes crazy. For whatever odd reason, there may be a positive catalyst. People may deem that stock to be very valuable, whatever the case may be. But there's something in the stock market called a breakout. And a breakout usually happens when a stock supersedes a level of resistance, right? And that level of resistance is broken when that stock gains momentum. So
GameStop. It's like
now if we relate this into fitness, that would be somebody 20 pounds down. That's a breakthrough or a breakout, right? That would be somebody who wasn't able to perform and exercise. Now they're doing it. Now they're adding more weight. Now they're hitting PRs. That's a breakout. So guys, you guys want to develop that consistency. You guys want to develop that mindset, that you guys want to develop that momentum, whereas though you're having breakouts often and you're steady rising and things are steady happening for you. So you guys want to keep that in mind.
And since we talk about the stock market, let's keep it going. That bear market is going to happen
to all of us.
It's going with your fitness journey. It's going to happen. There's going to be an obstacle. There's going to be a depression. There's going to be the kid got in trouble at school. Now you were supposed to go work out. You got to go pick the kid up and threw your whole day off. It's going to be all types of shit.
Right.
But you have to stick with it. And when that negative momentum tries to hit, and I just mentioned how the negative momentum with the belly, the positive momentum, it works the same way. You start going to the gym consistently. Now you're getting there early. Oh, I'm gonna get some extra cardio in. Oh, I'm gonna get some extra sets in. Girls, a couple of my girls. Are we done? All right, I'm gonna get some extra glute workouts in. The fellas, I'm gonna get some extra push-ups in. I'm gonna get some extra cardio, some extra bench press in. That might be your target area for the aesthetic that you specifically want.
That's a great example.
But the momentum, it works both ways, right? You're going down, you're going up. Pause. That was crazy. But but yeah, just keep that in mind on your journey, man. Momentum is super important, and try to stay in that positive momentum as much as you can.
I like this momentum talk.
Anything else you want to add, Tune?
Yeah, man. I like the momentum talk, because it's just like life, right? When as it pertains to this momentum, there's going to be moments where things are slow. There's going to be moments where things are fast paced, and you're just trying to hang on, right?
Yep.
You want to kind of find that fair medium between the two.
Yep.
Right. You want to find that balance, right? Because in life, shit gets hard. You're going to have times where pause. That's crazy. That's a crazy pause, and he caught that.
It's all good. You still my guy. It's all good,
my man. I appreciate that. But nevertheless, though, you want to find that threshold in between. You want to find that balance when things get hard. Pause, and when things are nice and slow. Pause.
For sure.
But I say that to say, along your fitness journey, things are never gonna always go as planned, right?
Yeah.
You gotta know that, and there's gonna be moments where you feel like you've done everything that you can to maybe achieve a new level, or achieve a certain level of physique, or achieve something that you hadn't prior had, right? But at the same time, you got to stick with it, and you gotta stay the course, because that's the only way that you're gonna elevate at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And the negative thoughts compound too. So I can't do it.
It's too hard.
My back hurts. My trainer sucks. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't understand. He doesn't have a vagina or periods. He doesn't understand. Them negative thoughts could compound too. So keep the positive momentum. And before we move on, I just want to say we might be the only black dudes that made a fitness analogy with the stock market other than Brandon Carter. So shout out to me and Toom.
Okay, yeah, man. I appreciate it.
It's different over here. They said we just on here yelling big backs. We really dropping game.
We dropping,
you know what I'm saying?
We dropping some serious gems.
Man, listen, bro. People going the real ones appreciate it.
They're gonna tap in.
You know what I'm saying? Moving on, man. Next thing I want to talk about. You got to be a savage on your fitness journey. You really got to be a savage. You got to have that beast mode mentality. You got to lock in. You almost got to have a dark side, like a villain mode, like where you really tap into your fitness journey. You locked in on your goals. Nothing's stopping you. No obstacle, tired, work stressing you, spouse getting on your nerves, kids getting on your nerves, trainer getting on your nerves. You locked in. You're going to get to it. Nothing is going to throw you off. And when I'm in that mode, listen, that's when y'all see me on the gram, no shirt pull-ups. And I don't really post a lot with no shirt, but y'all going to see it. Just know when y'all see that I'm in that mode. But that's what it takes to reach your goals. It can't be, well, I didn't feel like it today. I don't know if I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. We'll see how I feel when I get up. All that bullshit got to go out the window. You got to be a dog.
You got to be
You got to have that dog mentality. So that is required to hit your fitness goals. Tony, you want to add to that?
Man, these guys dropping gems for y'all. Y'all better focus up. Y'all better pay attention.
The podcast, listen, we're not playing, bro.
The man is heating up right now. You guys are missing it. He said you got to have that beast. You got to have that dog. You got to have that animal internally, right? And everybody has it in them. A lot of people don't know that they have it in them, but sometimes you may need somebody to help you find it in you. Even when you feel like there's nothing left in the tank, you can always dig deeper and find that extra beast.
Absolutely.
And keep going. And I learned this there in football, right? There's going to be moments where you dog shit tired. There's going to be moments where things are just happening so fast that your mind is in disarray, right? But at the same time, if you reach down and you pull that animal out, you're going to keep going. You're going to make sure that the man in front of you doesn't defeat you. You're going to make sure that whatever it is that you're going to play to the best of your ability to, make sure you and your teammates get that W. It's that beast mode in you. And, us being former athletes, we understand this. Like, ain't no quit, man. You can't quit. Because at the end of the day, when you quit, we all lose. You got to take on that mentality. And that's the mentality that I walk with, and that resonates with me every day. If I quit, not only do I lose, but how many other people lose as a result of me just saying I give up. So, man, you guys got to lock in. We got to tap in.
All facts, man. And you got to get to the point where it's like, how many times am I going to keep losing? I've been telling myself I'm going to lose weight. I've been telling myself I'm going to build muscle. Ladies, I've been telling myself I'm going to build an ass for years. You're going to keep losing. You're going to keep lying to yourself. And that's where you got to tap in. Like, nah, I'm tired of it. Like, I got to prove before I prove to anyone else, because I'm your friends, family, you're going to have some haters that already think you can't hit your goals. So you got to prove to yourself first before you could shit on them and ignore all their bullshit that they're putting on you. So you really got to tap into that beast mode. And that's going to lead me to the next thing I wanted to talk about. It's not going to be any balance.
Talk to him.
Listen, when you tap into that savage mode, there's no balance. Now, you're going to have to still be a family man, of course. You're still going to have to show up at work. You're still going to have to run your business. You're still going to have to be a parent. You're still going to have to be a good person.
Life is still happening.
Life is still happening.
It's still going to happen.
But you're still a dog. You're still a savage.
You're still an animal.
The only thing balancing is you balancing that belly up out of that shirt. That's the only thing balancing. There's going to be no balance. You need to be more in the gym than you're at the club, at the cookout, at the hookah bar, at the Burna Boy concert.
for the second time.
You're going to have to be eating more protein and greens and healthy carbs, more than you eating big back snacks, more than you eating big back food, big back ice cream, big back alcohol. Put the red cups down. You're going to have to let it go. Hennessy and Casamigos not going out of business. They're going to be right there when it's time for you to turn up. When it's time for you to get some belly juice, they gonna be right there at the liquor store down the street, because y'all know it's a liquor store everywhere in PG County.
On every block.
On every daggone block.
Which is the craziest shit.
It's
crazy.
And
that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
We gotta figure out that too. That's crazy.
But yeah, we could tap in. But there's not going to be balance. The fitness, the nutrition, the healthy side has to overwhelmingly outweigh the bullshit. I'm just saying.
This man is dropping some heaters. Yeah.
For the free. This is free. This is free game.
And we need y'all to tap in, because we're not saying it for no reason.
We're not saying it for no reason.
We're saying it because we genuinely care, especially about the Black community, right? All too often we engage in the shit that's going to hold us back, other than the shit that's going to move us forward, right? That's why we're the most obese race. That's why, it's systematic, right? There's a McDonald's, there's a Checkers, there's a Wendy's, there's a Domino's on every corner. There's a tobacco shop on every corner. There's a liquor store on every corner. There's a Chinese store on every corner. We running in and out of these places, but we're not doing nothing for ourselves.
We at these places, you in the drive-through more than you at the grocery store. You think about how crazy that is. You at Chick-fil-A drive-through, the carry-out, you at every restaurant in Woodmore Town Center.
Every establishment.
What they got over there?
Cold Stone.
Milk and Honey, Crumble Cookie, Cold Stone, Lido's, Quick Way, Wings 21. This is a big back ass shopping center. You at all of them spots more than you at the Wegmans or the Costco. Getting your fruits and vegetables, getting your pack of water,
getting your protein.
You at these big back ass restaurants more than the grocery store. That right there is crazy. And that's the balance I'm talking about. It shouldn't be a balance. You should be in the grocery store way more than you're going to eat at these places. And a lot of y'all, I hate to say it, because I like to eat out too, but a lot of y'all done been to every restaurant in the city. Y'all done been to every sushi spot, every steakhouse, every Chinese spot, every donut cookie spot. Like, how you know this cookie spot? It's a cookie spot in Bethesda, man. That joint bomb. How you know that?
How you know that?
You said the trainer ain't work, but you know the cookie spot. It don't make no sense. So get that balance out the window. Balance that belly off your belly, off your torso, man. I'm just saying.
And the true balance is the healthy balance, because when your body feels healthy and your mind feels healthy, everything else is a positive as a result of that. When your mind is aligned with your spirit and your body and everything, all angles are firing and everything is operating how it should, you're going to be operating from a high frequency.
I'm telling you.
And you guys want to maintain that high frequency. So you don't actually physically need drugs to get that same boost of endorphins.
Oh man.
It's been several times where I've been in the gym and I'm going through a banging exercise and I feel like I'm releasing that natural high. I feel like I'm releasing those same endorphins that somebody would normally get if they took a puff of the gas.
Oh, they need that vape.
They need that vape. They need 2 shots of Patron to get you activated. The only thing that should be getting you activated is the fact that you know that you're better than yourself. That's the shit that gets me activated. You know what I'm saying? It's not the shot of tequila. It's not facing the whole J.
I gotta have my drink.
Yeah, that drink is the reason why you got that belly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, whoa. You can't say that on YouTube, bro.
Word to CMarty, man. If you're not trying to unbig that back, if you're not trying to get rid of that belly, don't watch this. If you're not trying to self-improve, good riddance. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Podcast. We only here to encourage and motivate folks who want to do better for themselves and want to make a change in their lives. And everybody has it in them. And this all goes back to that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to find that dog, because life is not going to be easy. Shit is hard. Life is happening to everybody. But only ones that's going to bitch and complain is the ones that don't want the results. The people who are dogs, that natural dog is going to come out and they're going to find the balance where it needs to benefit them the most.
And another thing too, man, you just led me to another thought. When you're in that savage mode, you got to keep peace. You got to have peace. You can't have a whole bunch of distractions. You can't be having people stress you out, right? Now, you're going to have family members, the annoying family members, the annoying friends, the annoying coworkers, and there's some stuff is just inevitable, right?
Correct.
But you're going to have to keep that at a distance or keep it at a minimum to stay in that savage mode. You can't have people throwing you off. You can't have, oh, I'm stressed, somebody get some big back food. You can't have that. So peace is big in your journey, because you're gonna have to have some mental clarity.
Absolutely.
Right? You're gonna have to have some mental clarity to go to the gym when you don't feel like it, and not give yourself a negative thought. I ain't gotta do that shit. I could miss one day. Fuck my trainer. What he talking about? I ain't. It's traffic. I ain't. Then you start just coming up with any excuse. You look for a big back excuse, you're gonna find a big back excuse, and you're gonna find a big back on the back of your back. Bars. Bars. That's bars. I'm just saying, man. So definitely keep peace. Anything you want to add about keeping peace, Tune?
Absolutely, bro. And peace is what's going to allow you to, like you said, keep that mental clarity. Because on your journey, you're going to need a clear path. You don't need all the gravel in the way. You don't need the obstructions. You don't need things on the road in front of you that's going to deter you and impede your progress, right? So you need mental clarity. And the best way to get mental clarity, man, y'all need to start praying. You know what I'm saying? You need a lot of prayer along that fitness journey. If you think you about to just do it off the strength of you got another thing coming. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, that God is not only your foundation, but he's your pillar of strength as well, too.
For sure.
You know, you got strength, but then that spiritual strength is going to carry you a lot farther than you think it is, right? So you're going to need that peace. And not only that, but at the same time, once you realize or once you make that decision in your mind, CMarty, that you want to get your shit together, that's when the universe starts to throw all the obstacles in your way. It happens every time, right? The moment that you make that decision, like, you know what? I'm going to get better physically. I'm going to get better mentally. I'm going to get better financially. That's when the devil, tries his hardest to get in your way.
Absolutely.
And if you're a man, what he's going to do, he's going to do it in a number of ways, right? He's going to send women at you. He's going to send temptations at you. He's going to send distractions your way. And if you don't have that mental clarity that we speak of, right? If you don't have a clear vision, if you don't have that your slate clear, you know what I'm saying? You're going to trip and you're going to fall, you're going to stumble, and you're going to succumb to all those distractions that are waiting for you ahead.
Absolutely. And prayer is big. I'm not sure if everyone that's watching us is spiritual. You might be of Muslim faith, whatever that is for you, whatever that peace is, whatever you pray to or believe in, you're going to need that. And along with that, you're going to have to eliminate the negativity. That goes along with keeping the peace. So you might have to cut some people out. Some people might have to go. That friend that from the bar, you go to the local bar all the time, that know all the bartenders and they know his drink order or her drink order.
Before he opens his mouth.
Cut that hey, we are there Friday night. Cut that motherfucker off. You can't have that. You got to eliminate the negativity. That person is trying to throw you off. Get their ass up out of there. Okay? You going on, you got a girl you dating or a guy you dating, and yeah, I'm not going to drink today. What you mean? What you boring? You a boring ass ninja?
Oh, you boring as hell.
You a boring ass? Cut him off. There's a man or woman that you could pursue and date, and that's not going to do that to you. That's actually going to encourage you to, hey, okay, let's do this. Yeah, let's drink some water. Let's hit the salad spot.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get something healthy. But definitely got to eliminate the negativity. You got to get it out of there, man.
Got to get the negativity out of there. And then sometimes you got to understand those ones that are around you who are negative, but they may not even realize that they're negative. Some people self-loathe so much, right? Some people are so stuck in their ways and they've been in a rut so long that they don't even know their BS is rubbing off on others and themselves, right?
Man.
So you may not know that friend that you think is a friend who's always at the local bar, who always at the pizza spot, who's always at the sushi joint. You know what I'm saying? You may not know that this person is in a mental funk, and just because you consider them a friend, you may not know that this person is indirectly pulling you down because they have no idea that they're pulling themselves down.
Yep.
So you got to be able to see that and be able to determine and make a decision. Like, you know what? I can't be around this person. This person is encouraging me to do everything that's against, where I say I want to be. Got me out drinking. You supposed to be up next morning, 6 o'clock. You out drinking to 1 a.m. in the morning. You're supposed to be getting rest. Now you can't operate to your full capacity the next day. You know what I'm saying? It may be that girlfriend that's causing you havoc, destroying your mental peace, pulling you down.
That's big, man. That holds a lot of people back.
Now you can't get to the gym, or she see you trying to go to the gym, and now it's like, oh, who you trying to look good for? Dragging you down. You may not even, and you keeping her around, and you need to let her go. So there's a number of situations, there's a number of things that can can pull you down and hold you back, but you gotta be strong enough. You gotta your mind has to be open enough to realize those things and cut them off as soon as you figure it out.
All facts. That's big with the partner, with the chicks, man. I've definitely had girls. I've mentioned on the podcast before. You look good already. You good. Well, you're not getting fat. And all the time, all my muscle gone because I've been focusing on you and not focusing on the goals. Why can't I focus on you and my goals? Why can't I do both? Why can't I look bomb as hell and still be a bomb boyfriend?
And fellas, if your woman, and this is a side note, fellas, but if your woman is questioning you about going to the gym and she starts giving you hell for wanting to improve on yourself and get better, you need to do one of two things. You need to check her and let her go, or you need to encourage her to do the absolute same. That way you guys are still operating on the same level.
For sure.
Because at that point, she's projecting her insecurities onto you. You got to be able to realize that. You know what I'm saying? So if it comes to a point where as though you feel like she doesn't want you to advance in your fitness journey, she doesn't want you to better yourself as a man and, go after the physique that you desire, you need to do one of two things. You need to cut her, drop her like a sack of potatoes, or you need to have a sit-down conversation and encourage her to do the same or pull her along. That way you guys can rise together.
And ladies, y'all, the same thing applies to y'all. If you got a dude on that bullshit, he don't want you to be the best you. It already doesn't make sense because, ladies, the hormonal changes and the stuff y'all go through and the shifts in y'all mind and the unpredictability that ladies have, we should be encouraging our ladies to get in the gym for some mental clarity.
Absolutely.
Because y'all deal with a lot of stuff. So, ladies, same to y'all. Cut his big back ass off.
And
cut his man titty ass off. Let him go get a big back woman, and they could live backily ever after. That was bars. That was off the top. I swear to God. Hey, hold on.
I like that.
That was off the top.
Live backly ever after.
Backly ever
crazy.
After. That was off the top.
Backly ever after is crazy.
That's might have been my best bar.
I can't steal that one.